Alright, so we're at it again. I made another calculator. It has two modes. The even pace mode, which will kind of pace out your trip to land you at your delivery date and time with a very balanced delivery schedule, or a get there quick option, which will push your schedule to get you to arrive as soon as possible and do any time killing that you need to do on site. So let's use my current load right now. I'm on a 34-hour reset. I'm going to be starting tomorrow. I plan to start at 5 a.m. I don't want to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, let's say 5:30 a.m. Right? My delivery deadline is on the 13th, and I need to be there at 8 a.m. So we'll put that in. That's my appointment time. Now, it's funny that it gave the example of 609 miles because that's what I've got to do. 609 miles. Average moving speed defaults to 55. I do run a little faster, so we'll put it at 58. Pre and post trips, we'll keep that as it is. You can change to just pre-trip only, post-trip only, or none. We're going to keep a half an hour each day in for pre and post trips. You can select a date that you're going to do a 34-hour reset if the trip is long enough and you're going to want one. And what it will do is it will substitute a 10-hour break for a 34-hour reset. We're going to leave that blank because we don't need one. 30-minute break placement. I don't like to do full 8-hour driving shifts, so around 6 hours, we'll take our 30-minute break. We're heading west, changing our time zone by 1 hour. Now, what you can do, it's not going to work for this short of a trip, but you can say, I like to drive between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m., or whatever the case may be. So if you don't like night driving, or if you much prefer night driving, you can select your window that you drive in right there, and it will schedule your driving and on-duty time between those hours. We're going to just be flexible on ours. And now that we've got everything filled in, we'll click the plan button. And here it is. It wants to know if the route is feasible, and it says yes, feasible. Schedule a line to arrive exactly at your delivery time. Total driving time of 10.5 hours, and then it gives me a breakdown. So it'll put me on duty, doing my pre-trip, driving for 5 hours and 15 minutes, around 304.5 miles, and then doing a post-trip and starting my 10-hour break. It adds a 4-hour and 15-minute break to just basically kill time until it's kind of lined up for me to arrive. And it shows me arriving at 0700 on day 2, on the 13th, because of that time zone differential. So it's going to show what you need to get there. So I'll be arriving at 7 a.m. local, which will be 8 a.m. where I'm going. Did I get that backwards? Hopefully not. So that's the even pace mode. If we go up and change that to the get there quick mode and plan it again, now what it does is it has us do all 609 miles in one day, taking our 30-minute break with a 10-minute buffer, so 40 minutes. And then we get to our destination and we go off duty for 14 hours. And that way, this is the get there quick mode. So we push, get to our destination, then we chill and kill time until our delivery appointment. So that's kind of how that works. Now, if you try to do something that is just not realistic, like let's say instead of 609 miles, we want to go 6,099 miles. I fat fingered it and I try to plan it. It's going to tell me not feasible. It's not going to calculate anything. It'll say, it's exceeded, not enough legal driving time. It would require an average moving speed of 393.5 miles per hour. I capped it at 85. If any of y'all are driving more than 85 miles an hour average, tell me how you're doing it, because dang. So if you get an error like that, there's a conflict somewhere. Either, let's say our average moving speed, we fat fingered that. We just said we're going 5 miles per hour, and we try to plan it, and it says no, you can't do that. You need at least 40 miles an hour average speed in order to make this work. So it won't calculate something that is just too crazy for you to do. But you get 55 miles an hour, plan it out, and it's like, hey, this is feasible. You'll arrive early and wait off duty at destination. So that's how that kind of looks. So that's where we're at. Yeah, so I'll include the URL. That's kind of how this is going to look. I really would love some feedback. See, test it, try to break it, see if it works for you, see if it's helpful. And any issues that you find or suggestions, I'll take them into consideration and try to keep this thing up to date. Thanks, y'all.